This is how we sold out a high ticket live event within 30 days. So I got a question for you. You got a marketing dream team? I'm talking about, these are the marketers. These are the people that you would call upon when your back is against the wall. And you just need to make sure that your campaign wins, right? There's a lot of campaigns that do not win, but you got that dream team. And the people you know that you got to get the advice from, the direction from to make it happen. Well, in this video, I'm going to break down how we called in the big guns and ended up building a village in Haiti. So a good friend of mine, Mark, he does his birthday bash in the summer. And this year is the year that we did this. His business kind of got in the way. Like we were all just busy, right? And before he knew it, the event was less than 45 days away. And he shot me a message about jumping in to help him out. He's like, hey man, I got this birthday bash. Can you help me get this thing cranking? All right, so I was just looking back at emails from this time before putting this video together, and one of them on May 3rd literally says, I got a million things on my plate today and all of them are urgent. This is the state we were in when he reached out for us to try and put this event, finalize this event. Now, here's the thing. Mark had already committed to the event, but he hadn't sold a single ticket. Now, this wasn't good because this event is a big fundraiser every year as well, right? And I'm gonna get to that part a little bit later and how we built a village for Haiti, but just know that's coming. So he also knows that I'm always ready to go to battle with my crew. If you're on my team, I got your back. Now, sometimes you need your back against a wall really to make magic happen. So here's what we did. We'd filled events before, but we always had plenty of time. So back in the day, we actually used to do what we called the Millionaire Mansion events, Millionaire Mansion Experience. We did this in Atlanta. So there's 16,000 square foot mansion that he lived in. We would put these events together. We'd fly people in. We'd do a training on day one. We'd do a party at the house on that night. Then we do training on day two. The real beginning of kind of like smaller events, you know, we'd always have about 30 people in the room. 25 to 35 people really was the range in that room where we train and help and pour into them. And then we also had a mastermind we kind of offered them at the end of it. Now, we did these every month and had an assembly line in place to fill those rooms, right? So we had worked out the kinks. We knew how to do it. We did it for a while. But the thing is, with this, we didn't have that time to work out the kinks and figure it out. We had the experience of doing it, so we had that knowledge for us to come together and make it happen, but we didn't have the time to waste and we needed to hit a home run immediately. So he reached out to me and then we reached out to our other buddy who is a just genius when it comes to copywriting, JB. So we assembled a team. We had Mark, the visionary. He had the audience, he had the vision, he knew what he wanted to do and to accomplish at this event. He had the audience to be able to get this message out to get people into the room. We had the copywriter who was JB. He just knows market so well. He is a hidden gem, and I've asked him many times over the years to write for me and I can never get it done because he's got so much other stuff that he's working on that he's killing it with. Then you needed the paid ads and the funnel. That's where I came into play, man. So we had the visionary, the copywriter, the paid ads, and the funnel, and then you need the closer. Luckily, Mark's really good at the phone as well. So here's what we did. Mark, JB, and I we've all known each other since 2006, right? And at this time, this was 2019 when we were running this campaign. We have known each other for 13 years at this point, and we were putting together this event. We've worked some things together in the past, but this is our first time we were like, man, we gotta make this happen quick. So we crafted the very first angle. We got on the phone. We're like, what's the angle? I came in, I was like, here's how we want to build the funnel. Here's the upsells we got to do, and I'll talk about those in a second, but we crafted the first angle and we went doom and gloom. So we knew in the marketplace, everybody was talking. What was already in their head was the market crash. What's going to happen when the market crashes? What am I going to do? These were questions in the prospect's head. But at the time, it's because they were concerned about it. This was kind of our first time of really media hacking. We were media hacking to get the angle to taking information they were hearing daily and using that in our marketing copy to go forward. We were excited to launch it, man. We were so stoked. We couldn't wait to get it out there. And then all of a sudden it bombed. So we just pumped out. We had 30 days. By the time we got this first funnel up, we were down to 21 days, right? It took us about 7 days to get the direction, the copy, the funnel, the pages, everything built and rolling. But here's the thing. When that bombs, you're going, uh-oh, what do I do? And here's what happens. A lot of people quit. Might have said, all right, no event, not gonna do it. But we didn't do that. All right, so people don't buy lifestyle when in fear. And what I mean by that is we went with the fear angle of what was going on and the challenges in the market, but people were looking to buy the lifestyle and the opportunity, not when they're in their mind, they're already kind of fearful. And because they're fearful, we're hitting them with fear. Fear creates nothing. You don't take action, right? So we went back to the iteration table. I call it the iteration table because anytime you have a great campaign, the first time, if all the pieces are a winner, go buy a lottery ticket, because that ain't gonna fly. It's not how it normally works, right? So back to the iteration table we went. There's a big opportunity, and we decided to go, let's do the opposite. Let's go to big opportunity. This time, conversions were through the roof. So we went with the opportunity of real estate in that market to go ahead and fill the room. So instantly it took off. We launched, had sales coming in really regularly. Now, here's what we had to do in the funnel. We did a couple really cool things in this campaign. One is the funnel order opt-in strategy. So what we did on the order page, instead of driving them right to an order page, we hit an opt-in strategy. We used the two-step order page, right? So they filled out their name, email, phone number, and on there we had some copy and it said, hey, look, because you will have an opportunity to add a guest ticket to your order, because one thing we always got was like, can I bring a guest for free? Well, we didn't want people to bring a guest for free because this was a high quality event and they needed to invest in that person. So what they did is we preset the first upsell before they even completed their order. So we went to the upsell strategy from there. When they completed the order, so step one, name, email, phone number. So if they don't complete step two, which is credit card information, we can call them. Mark would pick up the phone and call them. Now from there, upsell one is, hey, when you're in an event, and I highly recommend the next event you go to, take the VIP buyer upgrade. You're gonna see it. It's consistent, it works because A players wanna be around A players. So if you are going and willing to buy, my strategy is, hey, I'm gonna buy the VIP upgrade because I know that the people that are buying the VIP upgrade are also serious about being there where I'm at an event. And then from there, we had another upsell, bring a guest, right? So those were the things that we put in the funnel, worked like gangbusters, went over 250,000 in sales with over the next 21 days, and we filled the event. So here's what we did next. So along with selling those events, we also had to have a traffic strategy. Now, we didn't have time to really warm up a cold audience. And because we didn't have time to warm up the cold audience, we know we had to get some very highly targeted audience. So we used custom audience, we used lists, we used different ways inside of typically ran Facebook and Instagram for this strategy. We didn't get into the Google and other stuff. We were able to retarget our custom audiences in there. As I mentioned, we sold out the event. The event space was actually, we were only doing about 50 people, so it wasn't like a huge mountain to climb to get those 50 sales in 30 days, but getting the funnel from start to finish to launch and sold in 30 days was a big mountain. But we ended up having to double the size of the room. So we ended up having about 100 people come. Now, part of the event, what's really cool about this, and I alluded to this earlier, that part of this event was a fundraising dinner. And it was electric, man. There was artists there that had donated different stuff. There were coaches there that donated packages. There were dinners, all these things, right? And this massive event went on. It was a birthday party. People were, you had cigars out in the lobby. You had, drinks if you wanted the drinks. They had all kinds of food. It was just a really cool, a DJ, just cool event, cool vibe going on. And then what happened is we auctioned off. There was an auction of different art, different trainings, all these different things that went on. And we ended up raising up over $150,000 to build a self-sustaining community in Haiti. So that 30 days, that was our dream team. We put it together. We put the event together. Yeah, it was cool to sell the event out, make some money doing it. But what was really, really cool was knowing that was the start of changing lives in Haiti through being able to raise enough money for charity to build an entire self-sustaining community. So you can move mountains with the right people in your corner. So you got to get the right people in your corner. If you don't got the right people in there, then you're going to be held back from your true potential. And you got to make your mission bigger than you. We knew that the end goal was to do this fundraiser at the event. We knew that was the goal. That was bigger than us. It wasn't about us being good marketers and selling the event, although it's cool and we're confident that we can make it happen. But we were able to do something bigger with the community. Now, many people live for themselves. They live for themselves without trying to create an impact. So I would recommend find something bigger, focus on the impact that you can have. And then most importantly, I mentioned earlier, we've known each other since 2006. So long-term relationships matter in business. And when you find great people, keep them around. Don't let those relationships die over time because you get busy, because you never know when your moment's gonna come and you need to call on them for the dream team. So, hey, if you gained value from this video, do me a favor, like, comment, share. This is how we get our message out to other entrepreneurs, inspire and help them grow their business. Thank you.